Good morning, students. I hope you have completed your English 2 first chapter notes. Now, open your English 2 textbook, second chapter, Uncle Ken, page number 14. Let me introduce you the author of this lesson, Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond was an Indian author. He wrote many books for children. Some of his famous books are The Room of the Roof, A Flight of Pigeons, and The Blue Umbrella. Students, you have many family members whom you might meet once in a while. You will not meet them daily, right? You may like someone in your family members. For example, your auntie, uncle, cousins, your brothers or your sisters, or maybe your grandparents whom you like a lot, who impress you so much that you always speak about them. You always speak of the person you like, you think of the person, you like everything about that person, isn't it? Sometimes you even behave or act like the person you like. Maybe when you grow up, you just want to be like that person, isn't it? Everyone enjoys a special dish prepared by mom, sister, auntie, or your grandmother. Students, do you have any favorite dish which you always like to eat? Yes? Then who prepares the dish for you?
This is the story of Ruskin Bond, the author himself. He has shared his experience with his grandmother in the story. The small boy is none other than Ruskin Bond.
Here is a story of Granny who cooks very well. Come, let me explain you the story. Uncle Ken. As far as I was concerned, Granny was the best cook in the whole wide world. Students, can you see in the picture? Here a small boy is sitting on dining table and the granny is cooking. Yes, he is thinking she is the best cook in the whole world. So he is sitting and seeing what she is preparing, what she is cooking. He is very much concerned. He is concerned means concerned is worried. He is worried that what granny is preparing today. Is it something special? Maybe it is special for me, something very tasty. So he is sitting and watching. 2 generations of clerks had lived in India. Here children, 2 generation means my grandfather and my father. Okay, they lived in India and they worked as a clerks. Clerk means office boy. And my maternal grandmother had settled in small town in the foothills just where the Great Plain ended and the Himalayas began. My maternal grandmother means my mother's mother. Even she was staying in a small town where the foothills means where the mountain ranges were there, they ended and after that Himalayas began. The town was called Dehradun. Where the granny was staying, she was staying in a town called as Dehradun. There granny had a house, a large rumbling bungalow on the outskirts of the town on Old Survey Road. Here rumbling means a big house which is having more rooms and play area for you all, which is extended to a large area. That is where granny stays. It is her house. Where the house was, on which road? It was outside the Old Survey Road. Old Survey Road is the name of the road. How we are having Alkola Circle, Vinob Nagara, Gopala, the same way, and Old Survey Road is also name of the road.
It was good house to live in, especially for a 9-year-old with a tremendous appetite. This means the small boy was 9-year-old and he loved Granny's house because it was very big. With the tremendous, tremendous means large in size. Okay. Appetite means a strong desire or liking for something. If Granny was the best cook in the world, I must have been the boy with the best appetite. That means if she would cook very well, if her dishes were tasty, then this boy, he would eat all the dishes, he would make it empty. He liked the dish so much. He was saying, if it is good and my appetite would be big, I would finish all of the dish prepared by Granny. And of course, there was Uncle Ken, Granny's nephew, who came to stay whenever he was out for job. So, one more person was there. Who was that? Uncle Ken, Granny's nephew. Nephew means children, brother's son. So, Granny's brother's son, he also came to Granny's house. Whenever he was out for his job, he would come and visit Granny's house. Or when he felt like enjoying some Granny's cooking. So, whenever he felt like eating Granny's dishes prepared by Granny, something special, he would come to Granny's house and he would eat. So, Granny wasn't really alone. Was Granny alone? No. There with Granny, 9-year-old small boy, he was staying, and sometimes even Ken uncle visited her. Whenever Granny tried out a new recipe on me, she would wait for my comments and reactions. So, whenever Granny tried new recipes, she would wait for the small boy to give his answers, for his reaction, whether the dish is very tasty or no, or we have to add some ingredients like salt, sugar. So she would always be waiting for his reactions and then make a note in one of her exercise book. So whatever the boy would tell, the reactions of the boy, the Granny would make a note in the notebook. So next time whenever she would prepare that dish, she would not repeat the same mistake. Roasted duck was one of Granny's specials. So, what was her special dish which she would prepare very tasty? It was roasted duck. The first time I had roasted duck at Granny's place, Uncle Ken was there too. So, when the small boy first time ate that roasted duck dish, even Uncle Ken was with him. All the three ate the dish. He just lost a job as a railway guard and had come to stay with Granny until he could find another job. Okay, Uncle Ken was working in railway as a guard, but unfortunately he lost that job and he was jobless. So what happened? He came to stay with Granny till he would find one more new job. He always stayed at as long as he could, only moving on. So what happened? He would stay in Granny's house till he would get new job. So only moving on when Granny offered to get him a job as an assistant master. So Granny offered him a job as an assistant master. So he was waiting for a job. Finally, Granny offered him a job as an assistant master. Assistant master in Padre Lal's Academy for small boys. So where did he get the job? He got the job in Academy for small boys. The name was Padre Lal's Academy. Uncle Ken couldn't stand small boys. So uncle, he was very much what you can say, he was very much scared of boys, because small boys always make noise and trouble, no? So he could not stand them. They made him nervous, he said, seeing those boys, I feel nervous, I can't stand those boys, they always keep on making noise, they always keep troubling me. I made him nervous too. So, what that small boy is saying, even I made him nervous. Sometimes, even I would trouble him. But there was only one of me. So, he's saying, in the house only I was there, but in the academy, there are many boys who will trouble him. And there was always Granny to protect him. So, whenever the small boy would trouble uncle, Granny would protect him. At Padre Lal's, there were over 100 small boys. How many small boys were there? There were 100 boys. Okay. Uncle Ken looked down at the roasted duck, his glasses slipping down to the edge of his nose. So, when Granny bought that roasted duck, Uncle Ken's glass came down. It slipped on his nose. He was feeling he was eager to eat that dish. Duck again, Aunt Ellen? Oh, who said this? Uncle Ken said for Granny. Oh, you prepared duck again today? How nice. And what was the name of the Granny? Ellen. He was calling her Auntie Ellen. Okay. What do you mean, duck again? You haven't had duck since you were last month? So she is saying, what do you mean by asking me again? Duck again? Last month when you came here, did I prepare duck? You did not eat duck for many days, so today I prepared duck for you. That's what I mean, said Uncle Ken. Somehow one expects more variety from you, aunt. So Uncle Ken is saying, Auntie, you prepare very good dishes, very tasty dishes. So I was expecting more. I thought this time you will prepare something different, something more dishes for me. So I said that way. All the same, he took two large helpings and ate most of the stuffing before I could get at it. So what uncle he did, he took two large helpings. Helpings means portion. He took large portion and ate all the stuffings. The poor boy, before he could take and eat, Uncle Ken, he finished everything. So what the boy did? I took my revenge by emptying all the apple sauce onto my plate. So what the boy did? He took a revenge. Revenge means he did what you know. He ate all the apple sauce which Uncle Ken was supposed to eat. But before Uncle Ken took that sauce, this boy, he took all the apple sauce and he ate by himself. Revenge is hurting someone. Uncle Ken knew I loved the stuffings, and I knew he was crazy about Granny's apple sauce. So we were even. Uncle Ken knew that the small boy loved the stuffing. Which stuffing? The roasted duck stuffing. But Uncle Ken did not give the small boy to eat. Uncle only ate all the stuffing. And I knew he was crazy about Granny's apple sauce. So what the boy knew? The boy knew that uncle was very crazy of apple sauce which was prepared by Granny. He liked that apple sauce very much. So what the boy did? He did not give that to uncle. He ate by himself. So we were even. So what he is saying? Both he didn't give me what I liked and what he liked I did not give. So both are done. When are you joining your parents? He asked hopefully over the jam tart. So who asked? Uncle asked the boy. When are you going back to your parents? You are still in auntie's house only from so many days. He was asking the boy. I may not go to them this year, I said. When are you getting another job, uncle? So the boy replied, I am not going back to them this year. Maybe after a year I will go and join them. Students, let us stop here. In the next class, I will explain you the remaining part. Read the lesson and try to recall the story.